Hi there, this is another video in the Year 10 assignment series on Pioneer Dairy. So we're up to now, how do I evaluate my research methods section of your assignment? And the goal of this lesson is to learn how to evaluate my research methods, and hopefully by the end of this video you'll be able to explain what is meant by evaluate, and then begin to evaluate my research methods ready to write into your assignment. So let's take first of all a look at what that word evaluate means. Evaluate means to make a judgment based on criteria or to determine the value of something. So with that in mind, we need to look back to our research methods, and we're making a judgment based on the criteria that will determine the value of our research methods. Let's have a look what the assignment says. So in our definition of what we have to do in this section, when we evaluate our research methods, it's a detailed assessment of at least 4 different research methods used in the fieldwork, and make a judgment how the data collected may be biased, reliable and useful. So we need to go back to our methodology. We need to discuss those 4 methods we picked and explain how we use those methods at Pioneer Dairy. And then what we're going to do, we're going to make a judgment based on how biased, useful and reliable that research method is. When we look at our marking criteria, so to get the top level, you need to make a detailed evaluation of each of the research methods used. So we're looking for a minimum of 4 paragraphs here, 1 paragraph for each research method. You need to determine how useful that research method is. You need to explain how the data may be biased, useful and reliable, and then explain how you can improve that research method based on bias, usefulness and reliability. And then you've got to do it in a sustained and cohesive way. So what do we mean by that? Well, if I recorded just the number of birds at Pioneer Dairy, I've got to work out how, first of all, biased is that? Did I count every single one? Did I miss any? Was I talking to my friends? Therefore it might be biased, or I might have looked over my mate's shoulder and used their count. Is it useful? Well, if we just count the number of birds, is it going to be useful for looking at how successful management is? Probably not. Maybe looking at more different types of species could be. Is it reliable? Well, we've only done it once on one day. How reliable is it? It's open up for question. And remember, you're doing it once, you're surrounded by your friends, you're unsure about how reliable it is. So you've got to be able to look at your research method like that and question and work out how biased, useful and reliable your research method is. That's what evaluate is. So I'm looking for at least 4 paragraphs here, 1 on each research method, and when we evaluate based on bias, usefulness and reliability. So let's summarize what we should have learned. The title of the video was how do I evaluate my research methods, and I've just discussed how we do that. So the goal is to learn how to do that. So you're going to have to go back to your research methods and start making that judgment. We've talked about what evaluate is, and you're going to start evaluating your research method based on bias, usefulness and also reliability. So it's really important that you look back into your work and start questioning the research methods based on those 3 criteria. Remember, the top marks are going to be the people who use coherent paragraphs. So remember to use capital letters, full stops in sentences. Make sure your sentences are meaningful, they make sense, and that they follow on in a series to make a structured paragraph. I hope that helps. Remember to like and subscribe to my channel, and good luck writing the evaluation of your research methods. Okay, thanks.